video. Hello. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my biggest pet peeves. Yes, I'm totally just going to be exposing myself for you guys right now. I'm so sorry. But I thought this video would be kind of fun. I've seen people do this in the past where they basically just talk about their biggest pet peeves. And I've low-key actually really wanted to do this video, but I was just nervous because I didn't want it to sound like mean or insecure or like just harsh. But I mean, if you're talking about your pet peeves, there's just really no like nice way to put it, I guess. But I just thought this would be a fun video. That way you guys can get to know me more, and that way you guys can kind of see what annoys me and what doesn't annoy me. I would definitely say I'm a very laid back person, but I do have my moments where I'm just kind of like, that annoys me. So without further ado, if you guys want to hear my biggest pet peeves and what kind of annoys me, then keep on watching. All right, pet peeves. I don't want to make it sound like I have a lot of them, but I have quite a few that actually do annoy me. So we're just gonna jump right into this video. Also too, these are not real prescription glasses. These are blue light glasses, and I low-key have them on because I've been doing a ton of online classwork and stuff all day, and I've been doing a ton of stuff all day, and just being around all the lights and everything, it kind of hurts my eyes. So I have a small headache, which is why I'm wearing this, so it helps with my ring light and my other lights that I'm not dying of light. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so biggest pet peeves. For starter, my biggest pet peeve is like when people are chewing gum. I don't mean just like chewing gum, like chewing gum itself doesn't annoy me, but it's like, yeah, that annoys the crap out of me. When people are standing there talking, purposely smacking on their gum in between conversation. Oh my God, you guys, don't even get me started. It just gets me so annoyed. I do not like it, and I know so many people out there that do it. That honestly just drives me crazy. I can't stand it. Same when people are eating. I think that's just like proper etiquette though. Like if you don't have etiquette and like manners, that's what annoys me. Like especially when people are eating and they're literally sitting there talking with food in their mouth, and food is like falling out of their mouth because literally they are talking with their mouth full, or they're chewing their food. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. I can't stand it. When people smack their food and then try to talk to you while they're smacking their food. Oh, can't stand it. Can't do it. I don't like it. I do have a lot of driving pet peeves as well. I live in Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm not gonna lie and say that we have the best drivers around here, because definitely not. Especially when you get to be like the big city areas and like downtown Omaha. Oh my God, our drivers are absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Especially downtown. First of all, I hate driving downtown. I actually live about 15 minutes from downtown, so I don't live super far at all. But I hate driving downtown because driving downtown is just absolutely awful, you guys. Like, there's so much construction. There's so much one lane like traffic that goes on that I just always get so confused on where the heck and bob to go. And I have had a few times where I've accidentally like went on a one-way the opposite way, and I've had to quickly turn around. I've also gotten pulled over on a one-way, and the cop was like, hey, you're going the wrong way, and I'm like, hey, I'm well aware. But I hate drivers in downtown Omaha because I feel like nobody knows how to drive. It's like always stop, go, or like people will go to turn, but then they'll turn in like the wrong lane. Like they won't get over in the turning lane, they'll stay in the straight lane. So then when you're trying to go straight, you don't know what they're doing, and then they almost cause you to get into an accident. Like, oh my gosh, like especially on the interstate. Oh my God. So pretty much to get almost anywhere, you have to jump on the highway or the interstate for it to actually be like quick around here. And I'm not even kidding. You know how when you get like on the interstate and you're getting on and you have to like merge to the left because your lane is like ending, because obviously you're getting onto the interstate and you're merging? You know, when you get like that last like 100 feet where it's like, hey, you need to get over now because your lane is getting super, super small. Well, my biggest pet peeve is when like you're in the lane that people merge into and you can't get over because that other lane is full, so you slow down to let the person in front of you merge, and they literally will not merge. Absolutely will not merge. They will wait to the very last minute to where they don't have a lane to finally merge. And you're standing here like, I am going 10 miles under the speed limit to let you merge, and you're not merging. Like, take advantage of your opportunity. That's what makes me so mad, is when people do that. I'm like, get over. You are like holding everybody up to the point where no one else can really merge because everyone else is trying to let you merge and you're not merging. So I hate people that don't know how to merge properly on an interstate. Maybe I'm just impatient. I don't know, but I don't like it when people don't properly merge. Another big driving thing that I have is when people will like not pay attention on the interstate, or not that they don't pay attention, but they just decide to brake in the middle of the freaking interstate, to the point where you're going 65 to 70. Our interstates usually are from 65 to 75 miles per hour. People like to speed and go more than that, but that's usually what our interstates are. And oh my good golly, Miss Molly, I am not even joking when I say there could be like nobody in front of them. They could be a good like 300 feet, nowhere near them. And the person in front of you will, like, I don't know why I experience this on a daily when I'm going to work, when I'm going to class. Like, people will just automatically stop right in front of you. Like, they'll just hit their brakes. And mind you, you're going like 65, 70 miles per hour. You don't have the time to just stop. It takes a hot minute. So it's like you gotta pray no one's in the lane next to you so you can get your booty over and not hit the person in front of you. I think people purposely do that so that way you will hit them. And I'm not gonna lie, I have dash cams in my car, might I add. I have dash cams, so like if somebody did that to me and they like purposely stopped and I could not stop, like at that point I'm gonna be like, buddy boo, I got it on camera, you're not getting anything out of me. I mean, I've never officially been in like a car accident. I've been rear-ended at a stoplight, and that's because the person behind me was texting and driving and stopped, but it wasn't like they hit me. They kind of just rolled into me and tapped the back of my Jeep. Mind you, they were in a truck, so I thought that my Jeep was like crushed, but there was absolutely no damage in like to anyone's car. So I mean, we didn't feel the need to file like an insurance claim or call the police and all that loveliness, so we didn't. But I've actually been rear-ended, but like it was completely fine, so like we didn't do anything about it. But like I wouldn't know what to do in that situation if I was, because I'd probably cry, because I've never been in an official accident, so I'd probably cry. Let's see. Let's get into some gym pet peeves, because I have a lot of gym pet peeves. Ooh, this is gonna be juicy. So first of all, can I say, I have actually switched locations of my gym I want to say about 2 years ago. I actually switched locations at my gym because of this reason. And I'm going to share with you guys a few of these stories and why these situations at the gym just drive me insane. So there's actually 2 locations of my gym that is super close to me. I have one that is literally 2 minutes down the street from my apartment, which is where I originally started going because it was right there and convenient. Now I choose to drive 10 minutes away to the gym that is literally the same gym, but I choose to drive 10 minutes versus 2 because men are just little horn dogs at the gym. Let's just put it that way. So I actually have a story, and this is why it always drives me crazy when like I'm working out and people will purposely like be right behind me and they'll like bend down to get something, or just something where their eye level is not on my upper body region. And it drives me insane because it makes me so uncomfortable, and it happens all the time. It doesn't really happen anymore since I switched locations. Honestly, everyone at the gym that I go to at this location is super chill. Like, no one talks to each other. Like, everyone gets in, gets out, does their thing, and doesn't worry about anyone, which I appreciate. But at my old location, I was actually working out, and over in the free weight area, you know, where they have like all the benches and stuff and you can do weights and all that stuff, I was doing an arm day. Or was I doing a leg day? I don't even remember. I was doing something with free weights, and I had my water bottle and my other weights sitting on the bench. I was using like the bench to like hold my other stuff, and I was doing something. And basically this guy had come up right behind me. I'm not even kidding you. First of all, puts his like stuff on the same bench I'm using. Like, doesn't ask if I'm using it or anything, or like, hey, are you using this? Can I use it if you're not? Like, doesn't ask. And you know how, like, you know, you got the bench. So I'm like right here. The bench is like right here. I'm right next to it, right? He flat out puts his foot up on the bench like he's going to tie his shoe, and leans over like this, and is like staring at my, you know, my peach, if you will. And it was like one of those things. I turned around and I was like, what the F are you doing? This is so uncomfortable. But that is my biggest pet peeve, is when people walk behind you at the gym and will absolutely do that. It drives me absolutely crazy because there's just no need for it. Like, you don't need to come up and violate my personal space. Also, too, my biggest pet peeve is when you have all of your, this is like no offense to anyone who like bodybuilds, but you have like your bodybuilders that are like in that area. If you guys have ever been to a busy like gym, you will know what I mean by they will hog the weight area completely. And it's like all guys. So when you walk in there to do something, you feel like you're walking into like a sausage party. Like, it feels like you're the piece of pizza in a room full of vultures, and they're gonna like come after you. Like, that's how it feels, and I hate when that happens because it makes me so uncomfortable. They also stare at you like you're just like a slice of meat coming to the party. Like, they just stare at you like daggers, and you're just like, ah! It's just, I feel like men in places like that in general just make me mad because it's like I feel like I can't do anything without there being daggers on me or any parts of my body, and I can see it. Like, I am not blind. I would say my biggest pet peeve right now, because we're in a pandemic and I'm a healthcare worker, is people will sit here and complain about having to wear a mask every day. I'm never not in a mask. Like, if I am at my house, obviously, I don't wear one if I'm here at my apartment, but like, if I go anywhere, I mean, I pretty much work like 6 days a week, you guys. Like, I work or I go to class. So I literally wearing a mask every single day of my life. And when I work at the hospital, because I have 2 jobs, so when I work at the hospital, I'm pretty much in full PPE, versus when I'm at my second job, I'm still in a mask. So it's like, you know, at this point, it doesn't really faze me. It's kind of just a part of my natural routine. I don't complain about it. Like, does it kind of suck? Yes. But, I mean, it is what it is. And it's just always, like, my biggest thing is when people sit there and, like, actually complain to you about wearing a mask and, like, how hard it is to do, like, daily activities and all this and that. And it's, like, the healthcare worker part of me just doesn't care. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care that you don't like wearing it, because it's protecting you and it's protecting me, and it's protecting like pretty much from the virus from spreading right now until we can get enough vaccines out for everyone. And even once we get the vaccine, like, we don't know how it's gonna react with our bodies. Like, we don't know really anything. We're kind of just all jumping into this together. And, you know, it's kind of crazy that it's gonna be going on a year here in a few months that we've been living in these conditions, and this has been going on for so long. So it's like, if you think about it, like, I'm sorry, but I don't really care that you don't want to wear a mask. And I don't really care that you don't like wearing a mask, because at this point, I'm used to it. I don't like wearing an N95 all the time and getting lines on my face and getting, you know, these horrible, like, cystic acne on my face, around my lips, on my nose, just from constantly breathing in my own air. I don't like that either. I don't like having lines on my face and uncomfortable, like, bruising and scarring from wearing those types of PPE all the time. But you know what? I don't sit there and complain about it every day. That's definitely one of my biggest pet peeves right now, is the fact that people are sitting there complaining about all of this stuff. All right, let's get back to some gym pet peeves, because I just thought of some that are juicy. You know how like at the gym and you're like sitting there doing your own thing and you're like feeling yourself and you're like working out, like, yeah, because this is how you like totally work out. You're like working out and you're like, woo, doing my thing. And then you look around and everyone is staring at you. Like, I mean, like, everyone in that area is staring at you. So you're sitting there like, oh my God, do I have something on my face? Oh my God, like, did I rip my leggings? Did I rip my pants? Why is everybody staring at me? Like, I've legit had a moment where I've looked around and there's like everyone staring at me. So I'm just like, what the hell did I do? Like, I'll take out my AirPods and I'll legit look around and be like, hello? Like, I've done that before where I've literally been like, excuse me, why are y'all staring? And then like everyone continues with their business and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Do I just look cute or something? Like, I need to know what the problem is. I also, so like, okay, when I go to the gym, I don't talk to anybody. Like, I've gone with friends in the past, and even then I don't talk to my friends while I work out. Like, I just work out and I don't say a word, because that's like my happy place and my like calm zen place to not worry about a damn thing and just to do my own thing, listen to some like hardcore music, you know, and then like get out. Like, I can't spend hours at the gym. I probably spend like an hour tops, do my thing, do my workout, and then like skippity out. So like, it's just always a big pet peeve when people just sit there and try to talk to me the whole time. I understand if I like see people I know and they like say hi and then like we have a short conversation and like that's it. But it just makes me mad when people keep like coming up to me and interrupting my workout, especially when I'm in the middle of a set. It really makes me angry, because then I'm like, well, good golly, now I have to start over. And it's just like, you know, I feel like there's just a time and a place, and I just don't like to be bothered when I'm at the gym. So I have some pet peeves of just being a woman, because obviously as a woman, living on your own, going places on your own, it can be kind of scary. First of all, can I say I absolutely hate being catcalled in public. And I will like, and when I mean in public, like, I have been catcalled in the most weirdest places of my life. Like, there was one time, it was like 2 years ago, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods just to like go Christmas shopping. Like, it wasn't anything, like, I didn't look fancy. Like, I legit had on sweatpants, a hoodie, some like sneakers, a beanie, and like I was like ready to go. Like, and they weren't like jogger sweatpants, they were legit actual baggy sweatpants. Like, I looked like a bum. I had sneakers on, I had freaking fuzzy socks like over my sweatpants. Like, I looked like bum, and I legit was catcalled by some weird man in a broken down vehicle when I was leaving Dick's Sporting Goods, and it was the most awkwardest thing of my freaking life. I've also been catcalled at the gas station at like 9-10 o'clock at night when I've either been in like my pajamas or I've either like been in sweatpants. But let me tell you, going to the gas station when it's any type of relative dark hour is actually terrifying when you are a woman. I also, like, my biggest pet peeve is I don't like when people come up and ask for me for money. There's like different situations with that. Like, I understand if they're struggling or anything. Like, I've given money to people that are on the streets that are struggling. I've bought them food, you know. But it's different from when you can like actually tell that they're struggling and everything, versus like they're coming up to you at like a very like weird hour, weird time to ask for money. This has actually happened to me at the gas station recently. I was at the gas station because I was gonna go to my boyfriend's house one night, and this happened like a month ago, so it's very, very recent. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I know you're probably like, why were you going over there that late? But it was like 10 o'clock at night because I just had stuff to do that night, and then I was gonna go over there after, and then we were just gonna hang out. I think we were like just gonna like go out with his friends and like just have like a bonfire or something. And might I add, I was at the gas station, I was pumping gas, and at night I always like, you know how you can like set the clip to like automatically pump your gas and then it'll stop when like it's full. So I set the clip to automatically pump my gas, and I always sit in my car with my doors locked when it's dark. I do it during the day too, but not as much as if it's like dark. So if it's like early morning at later night, that's what I do. And I'm not even kidding you guys, this person fucking came out of nowhere. Like legit came out of nowhere and started tapping on my window. Might I add, I am a young woman, but I also do know how to defend myself, and I do have defending items in my vehicle, in my possession that I use. And so I was like ready. I had like the pepper spray out. I do have a taser. So I did have my taser in one hand, and I was like, who in the heck and bob is this person? And this person is like claiming that they needed money for gas and they didn't have enough for gas, and that like gave them my information, like my phone number or like my Venmo. They would pay me back because they were like new in town, right? But I didn't like see their vehicle anywhere, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, I don't have cash, like, you know, I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I don't keep cash on me. And I said, I'm not gonna give you I'm not paying with my debit card, like, I don't feel comfortable. And mind you, I didn't see their car, and I flat out said, I don't see your car around here, so I just don't feel comfortable with that. There's like a little neighborhood Walmart that's like right next to the gas station. They tried telling me that their car was like there, and they like barely had enough gas, and they just needed someone to help them get money for gas. So I don't know, that was like a weird situation. So I was like, ooh, no. But it's just like a big pet peeve of mine is like when people will seriously like target you when you are alone, thinking that like, oh, they're gonna do it for me when like I'm not. That's always my biggest thing. It always just makes me uncomfortable, and it's just a very uncomfortable situation, especially when I'm randomly approached. Like, don't come knocking at my car window. That's my one thing, is I'm like, if you're like seeing me in public and you want to come up and ask me something, like whatever, but don't approach me when I'm in my vehicle and knock on my car window, because you might get pepper sprayed or something, because you're gonna freak me out. Don't do that. I feel like my pet peeves are pretty standard. I wouldn't say I have like any like traveling pet peeves or like airline pet peeves, because like I've flown on a plane quite a bit in my lifetime, but I've never had an experience with like children that have been like, you know, just how children can sometimes be on airplanes. I've never had like a crying baby or children that are just being like loud and disrespectful and like hitting people's seats. Like, I've never experienced that, so I can't say that any of like that would annoy me. Just my biggest pet peeves are just like bad manners, you know, just people that are creepy, and just if people do things that are just like, why, like what do you need, why do you need to do this? But yeah, I just thought this video was fun, just kind of sitting here talking about my pet peeves with you guys and sharing some things that really annoy me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Also too, don't forget to subscribe down below for new videos every day since it's Vlogmas, and hit that bell button, that way you're notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow my socials all down below, that way you guys can keep up with me and see what I'm doing besides the tube. I mean, pretty much everything on YouTube is like my day-to-day life, so yes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and wear a mask, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.